Today, I'm going to show you how to write good reviews to help future readers, as well as some troubleshooting of what are some common mistakes and issues that people run into when they are writing and leaving reviews. So, here we go. It is so important that you leave an honest review. You do not need to leave 5-star reviews. You give the book whatever rating you deem appropriate. And then it is super important that you don't just leave a rating, but leave a reason, okay? Explain what was it that you loved about this book, or what was it that you did not like about this book, because you are trying to help future readers find the book that they will enjoy. As a reader, when I read reviews on Amazon and I'm trying to decide which books to buy, I often really look for, are people enjoying this book in general? What's the overall census of this book? But also, are people talking about, are they going to keep reading more books by this author? Are they interested in the next work that the author is going to do? Are people, is this a book that you would read again and again? That's something that you can also include in your review. You can mention things that surprised you about the book. Were there things in the book that you really enjoyed? Were there things that you didn't enjoy? Were there characters you enjoyed? Were there things that you wish the author had done differently in the book? Did this book meet your style for this typical genre? Is this a genre that you usually read? You are creating this review to help future readers find the book that they will like. One of the big problems with fake reviews is that people are saying, oh, this book is amazing, everybody should read it. The problem is then other people who saw that review, thought it would be a great book, and purchased it with their hard-earned money. Now they feel really ripped off. If they feel like that review was misleading, you can pretty much guarantee that those people who purchased the book are now going to go and give it a very low star review. So it really backfires whenever people are not honest in their reviews, because the purpose of reviews is not to just praise an author and try to help them get sales. The purpose of reviews is to help readers find books that they are going to enjoy. And so sometimes people wonder, should I even leave a review if it's not 5 stars? Yes. Sometimes if there's a book I absolutely hate, I will sometimes try to contact the author privately. But at the end of the day, if the book is published and it is out there for everyone to see, if there's some serious problems with the book, people do want to know about it, right? Just like if I am purchasing something on Amazon and if I purchase it and it's not like how it's advertised and it's a waste of money, you do need to leave a review so that other people know when they purchase it what they're getting. And so your review is going to help that. And sometimes you might leave a review that says, oh, this book was way too gory. Or sometimes people will comment, our one book has a Christian message in it. People might mention, oh, I just wish it didn't have the Christian message. But that comment, what some people don't like, is exactly what other people are looking for. You want people to take your review seriously, making sure that it's not full of spelling mistakes, taking your time, just go back over it, proofread it before you hit submit. It is posted on there for everybody to see. Okay, so some of the problems that people encounter when they're leaving reviews. The first thing, if you want to leave a review on Amazon, you need to have purchased at least $50 worth of products on Amazon. So you need to have an active Amazon account. If it's your first time using Amazon and you're brand new to Amazon and you want to leave a review on a book, it will not let you if you have not purchased at least $50 worth of something over the past year. Another common mistake that people make, Amazon will remove reviews that are written by AI. So if you are leaving a review, you need to write it in your own words. Amazon wants to know what your personal opinion is of the book. You cannot just type into ChatGPT, hey, I read this book and write a review for me. That can get flagged because it's not written by a human. AI cannot give an honest opinion because it's not a person. It can also cause some problems later for the author that you're reviewing. It can sometimes cause into question the reviews that are being left on their page. So if you're feeling a little nervous about how to write it, you can do some of those writing prompts I mentioned earlier and answer some of those questions in your review. Another problem that a lot of people encounter is sometimes people will get links from different authors or different people to read books and then leave reviews. And sometimes if you click on a link to a book, it might show unauthorized to leave a review. They might not let you leave a review. Oftentimes the problem is with the country. So if you're living in another country, you can't leave a review because you don't have an Amazon account to that country, right? So oftentimes you just need to go to your regular Amazon homepage, look up the book that way, and then you can leave your review. Another thing to keep in mind is when you write a review, you need to make sure that you do not comment on the pricing or the packaging or delivery of the book. Some people do. You'll see some people will comment on Amazon. They're not all removed, but just a rule of thumb, Amazon would like you to contact those suppliers directly instead of leaving a review on Amazon. So keep that in mind when you are leaving reviews, to really focus on the book that you're reading and the content of the book. Another tip that seems to be pretty widely accepted and encouraged is to wait a few days after you've read a book or a purchase on Amazon. You might stay up all night reading this book and not put it down, and you might finish it in one day and want to just leave a review super fast. Just keep in mind that they call them like the Amazon bots. Amazon has different systems in place to monitor reviews and make sure that everything is human activity. And the robots and Amazon might not totally understand your obsession with the book and that you read it crazy fast. So sometimes reviews can get flagged if they feel like people are reading the books too fast or not really reading them. I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes you forget to leave reviews, and then months later you go through and you're like, oh yeah, I'll go through my Amazon cart and I'll leave reviews for everything I've purchased. But if you leave a whole bunch of reviews at once, it can get flagged by Amazon. And so we want to try to do things that are not going to get us flagged or slow down our review process. So if you want your review to be posted as successfully as it can with the least amount of issues or hiccups, just posting some reviews slowly over time is very helpful just for the Amazon system. Unfortunately, there are some people out there who leave fake reviews and who sometimes will just review books without even reading them. And Amazon is really working hard to stop fake reviews. And so just making sure that your behavior leaving reviews is normal and natural and not at all like a computer, sporadic or excessive. So the recommendation is to just, when you're done reading, try to leave that review a day or two later. If it looks like you're reading 20 books in a week, that's not natural. That's not humanly possible. So making sure that you're leaving honest reviews and that you're reading and reviewing in a normal, humanly fashion. Basically, don't try to cheat the system. Read a book, leave an honest review. That's what we're supposed to do. Amazon strictly prohibits any form of review manipulation, requiring that all customers' reviews be honest, unbiased, and free from financial or personal incentives. So this is the part that a lot of times Amazon gets really frustrated with authors, because sometimes people will offer bribes and people will actually pay people to leave reviews. Amazon does not want this because they want honest, unbiased, and free from financial or personal incentives. So there cannot be any kind of gain in the review process. So you cannot say, oh, I got a free copy of this book in exchange for a review. Because then Amazon goes, well, you got a free copy, so you feel pressured to leave a good review. Now, people can say, I received an early reader copy, an ARC. Authors are allowed to give out free copies of their books, and people can leave reviews if they're so inclined. But authors cannot be telling people, I'm giving you this book, now go leave a review. There cannot be that, I'm giving you this book, so you have to leave a review. Amazon does not want that. You can report the author. If they are flagged, Amazon can terminate their book and take it off of KDP. Amazon wants unbiased, honest reviews. And this is why also family and close friends can fall in this category, because they want an unbiased opinion. Authors cannot pressure you to leave a certain number of stars. You can't make any mention of any incentive, bias, or relationship to the author. Okay, when you leave your review, if you do happen to know the person, do not make it part of your review. Do not be bragging about how much you love this person and they are your best friend. If you do leave a review and you notice that the review is not approved right away and posted and it doesn't go live, don't panic. They have their process. They go through all the reviews that are submitted. Amazon does say that some reviews can take up to 10 business days to be posted live for everybody to see on that Amazon page. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy that you're here. Now you can get to writing that review that you are trying to write. We love writing reviews to help people find the books that is the best fit for them. And I hope that you are also going to write that review about that book that you just read, and that review will be helpful to many people who will read your review. So all the best. You got this.